Hey, how's it going everyone? My name's the King Coda and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going over everything you need to do in order to prepare for Rosaria's drop in 1.4. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to quickly go over all the items and everything that you should work on for Rosaria in order to prep for 1.4 when she releases on the Child banner. This is the exact same prep that I did for our Hutao on day 1, and I was able to not only 90 her weapon, gave her a bunch of 20 artifacts, but also leveled up her talents to high levels day 1. So follow this guide, do as I say, and you should be all set. So the first items that you're gonna need when it comes to farming for Rosaria are the boss drops. You're going to need 6 gold level crystals, 9 purple level crystals, 9 blue level crystals, and 1 green level crystal of the ice boss level. You're also going to need 46 of the ice boss drop. So that means that on average at AR 50, you're going to need to fight the boss at least, what is that, 12 times? I believe that's 12 times in order to get enough of the boss drop, and then you're going to need the crystals on top of that. However, if you have the Dust of Azoth, you can convert other crystals, say you have a bunch of the green rarity red crystal, you can convert those to the ice rarity crystal. Save you some time there, since often getting enough of the gold level crystals takes longer than getting the boss drop for boss farming. You're also gonna need Valberry. They are most commonly found in this area. If you have Klee with you, she will help make finding these a breeze. I am not going to deal with those right now. If you don't have Klee, we'll link in the description down below the Genshin Impact interactive map. This will help you locate them. But they are in berry bunches like this, and you can see you get quite a few per. You will need 168 Valberries in order to fully level Rosaria to level 90. The next drop that you're going to need are the Fatoui Insignias. To level her to 90, you will need 18 of the gray level Fatoui drops. You will need 30 of the green level drops. And you will need 36 of the blue level drop. You also need an additional 18 gray level drops, an additional 66 green level drops, and an additional 93 blue level drops in order to level her talents from 1 to 10. Now, you probably won't be maxing out all of her talents to 10 day 1. But if you are, that's what you would need. Most likely you'll be stopping at around 8 or so, so naturally you'll be needing less. I would just prep a lot in the meantime. Definitely be farming the Fatoui enemies in your journal by going over to your book, going down to enemies. I'm not sure if the Fatoui Senshin Mage dropped them. Oh, she does. So the Fatoui Senshin Mage, the Fatoui Agents, the Fatoui Skirmisher, all drop the badges that you need. So you could just farm all 3 of those until they're all gone. Every day from now until Rosaria drops, you'll have plenty of them to go even past when she's here. Another drop you're going to need for her Ascension is butt plugs from Child. She's on Child's banner. You need Child's butt plugs. You need 18 butt plugs in order to level her skills, all 3 from 1 to 10. I only have 8. We'll see how far that gets me. That's how many you need to go all the way to 10. Also, in order to go all the way to 10, you need 3 crowns. Right now, there are only 4 crowns possible to have in the game. We will have more crowns available with the event that Rosaria is coming alongside. Hopefully at least one. So definitely make sure you get that, and you have 3 crowns ready if you want to 10 all of her skills. The books required for Rosaria's talents are going to be the Guide to Ballad, the same books that Venti uses. You will need 9 green level books, 63 blue level books, and 114 purple level books in order to level her talents from 1 to 10. Now, you might not want to go that far. You will still need the 9 green level books, the 63 blue level books in order to level her talents up to, I believe, 7. And then past there, you will need the purple level books for every level up until however high you want to get her. It's a lot less if you're not going all the way to 10. A lot less. As an example, if I wanted to level my Hu Tao's normal attack from 8 to 9, I would need 12 of those books, and then an additional probably like 20 in order to get from 9 to 10. So bear in mind, you will be using a lot less if you're stopping at 8 or so. But if you're going all the way to 10, 114. Her books drop every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I would farm these every Wednesday and Saturday at the very least until she drops, or until you have enough that you are satisfied with the level you can get her talents. Let's go on to artifacts. Bear in mind, she has not arrived, so what I'm saying might be her best in slot artifacts may not be her best in slot when she does arrive. For a general all-around DPS, main DPS role, I think you would go very well with a Bloodstained 2-piece along with a 2-piece Gladiators. So you'll get the bonus attack and you'll do increased physical damage because she will be your main DPS. She'll be on the field. Thus, you want physical damage out of her. If she is an off support or an off DPS, I think a 2-piece Bloodstained with a 2-piece Blizzard Strayer is also really great, increasing your cryo damage by 15% as well as increasing your physical damage. If she is a full support, which I believe you can run her perfectly fine as a full support, you could run her on a 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, which will increase your blizzard damage by 15%, and when a character attacks an opponent affected by cryo, their crit rate is increased by 20%. If the opponent is frozen, crit rate is increased by an additional 20%. Really great for freeze comps. You could honestly run this on her as a 4-piece, also as a DPS. I think you'll get more out of the physical damage, but we'll see. Another great one for support is a 2-piece Blizzard Strayer, 2-piece Wondrous Troop, which will give you the elemental mastery needed for more melt comps. I think this is also a good option for her. Personally, I will be running mine on a 2-piece Bloodstain, 2-piece Cryo, in order to use her as an off support, or an off DPS for my Hu Tao. To go over where the artifacts I mentioned are, the Wondrous Troop is the most difficult one to get, so we'll get that out of the way. You can only get this from boss drops or from the Spiral Abyss, completing a floor all the way to 3. It is very difficult to get this in stats that you want. I only just completed a set for my Ganyu, but that's where you go for that. If you want the Blizzard Strayer set for her, you want to go to the Peak of Vendigan in the Dragon Spine area. The Peak of Vendigan gives you the Cryo and the Hydra set at the very peak of the mountain. So if you haven't cleared this yet, it's a good opportunity to go in and make sure you get this. That's where you get it there. If you want the Bloodstained Chivalry set, it is all the way over here next to Mount Aozang in the Clear Pool and Mountain Cavern. This is also where you get the Noblesse Oblige set, which also, if you want to make her a support, I guess the Noblesse Oblige 4-piece would also be really good for her, depending on the cooldown rate for her ultimate ability. Weapon recommendations. Any 5-star weapon will, of course, be amazing on Rosaria, but I understand that we might not have those in spades. The Battle Pass weapon deathmatch is arguably one of the best 4-star weapons in the game, especially at higher refine rates. So if you have the deathmatch, I think it'll be amazing on her. The Crescent Pike, I think, will be really good for her. She is cryo, so you might be able to get a lot of the Superconduct, which will lower enemies' physical resistance. This increases your physical damage. And I think the weapon that was made for Rosaria is going to be the Dragon Spine Spear. When you hit, not only does it have physical damage, as I already stated, but when you hit an opponent with a normal charge attacks, it has a 60% chance of forming and dropping an Everfrost Icicle from above, dealing AoE damage equal to 80% of your attack. Opponents affected by cryo are instead dealt damage equal to 200% of attack. Can only occur once every 10 seconds. This is a fantastic polearm, I think, for her as a 4-star option. I think it would be on par with the Crescent Pike at high refines or the Deathmatch at refine 1. However, if you have the Deathmatch at any higher refine, it's going to be better. The Lithic Spear is probably going to be one of the worst options for her, for every character in the party who hails from Leeway. The character who equips this weapon gains 8% attack and 4% crit rate. Even if you have 3 other party members that are in Leeway, you're not getting the maximum benefit. This is at Refine Rank 2, mind you. This is meant for more of like a Zhangling, characters that are actually from Leeway. The Favonius Spear, if you wanted to run her more as a support, I guess you could also use this. I don't really think it's all that great for her, but I won't tell you not to. If you're in early game still and you're looking for a 3-star weapon because you don't have any 4-star spears for her, the White Tassel is also still one of the best blue weapons in the game, so build that. However, a reminder, the White Tassel does not drop from wishes. It only appears in chests from Leeway, similar to how the Sky Rider Greatsword or the Messenger Bow, these weapons only drop from chests, not from wishes. So you probably trashed them if you had them. And lastly, as far as weapons, what I want to go over is the gift shop weapons. The Blackcliff pole is, in many people's opinion, one of the best polearms in the game. It gives you crit damage, so you don't have to worry about that in your substats. And after defeating an enemy, attack is increased by 12% for 30 seconds. This effect has a maximum of 3 stacks, but each stack's duration is independent of each other, so they don't refresh when you get a kill. I don't like the Blackcliff weapons because their bonus effect is very inconsistent. They do give you a lot of crit damage, however. So if that's something you really need for your kit, you can definitely build one of these. I'm just personally not a fan. And the Royal Spear, the other gift shop weapon that will most likely be in by the time Rosaria comes around, I'm not a fan of that one either because it just has lackluster capabilities, in my opinion. So that is it for, I believe, everything you need to know for farming and preparing for Hu Tao. As far as an order of operations go, I would make sure you have enough books and Mora to level her first. You will need about 406 of the purple tier XP book. For every purple tier XP book you don't have, it takes 3 of the blue tier XP book to equal. So bear that in mind. I would definitely farm these up. However, we are having some events coming out that are giving us XP books. So that might help you get enough to level your Rosaria at least to 80. Which really you don't need to... You can ascend her past 80, but you don't need to put the XP books in to level her past 80. So you could definitely prepare a lot less. Following that... And if you want to, you could instead focus more on getting the rocks ready. You want to at least get her to level 90 day one, if you want to use her right away. Now, of course, if you're at lower AR, you won't be able to get her to 90. Your farming's a lot easier. But for those of us at AR 50 and above, prepping the boss materials is a good idea right now. Following that, I would then work on her talents, her books. And in the meantime, I'd be doing stuff that doesn't cost resin to prepare for her, like farming the Valberries and the boss drops, the Fatoui badges that she needs for her talents and regular ascension. That would be my recommendation. And then once you have all of that ready, you're at a good spot for that. Then start worrying about her artifacts, because artifacts, they take a long time to perfect anyways. You'll probably have to run her on a broken set for the first day or two. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Peace.